Yo, I'm Nez, and I'm out in the backyard doing another impromptu review on y'all. And this time, what we're going to be doing a review of is the BAM. This is the For Patriots Liberty Band Tactical Solar Radio. Now, I just want to be upfront with you about two things. First, I know absolutely nothing about, these type of radios. I know anyone who's used to see my videos usually see I usually toss the instructions and I usually just wing it. But I think I'm probably going to be reading the instructions on this one just so that way I give you all the necessary information, because I don't know enough about it to just kind of like figure out based off of me using different types of these radios to know what each thing is supposed to do. So I'm going to kind of be figuring it out and giving you the information as I figure it out. So hopefully I provide you with enough information. If not, the comments are always down below. You can always ask some questions and I can go back and figure it out and give you an answer. I usually answer. I love hearing from you guys, and I usually answer within a couple days. So, and the other thing is that For Patriots did send this to me. I did another review a while back of their solar bug zapper, and they loved the review, and they reached out to me and asked me if I would like to review a couple of their other products. I did another review that I'll put the links in the description or at the end of the video of one of their solar tactical flashlight. So but I just want you to know straight up, just like I said in the other video, that even though they sent this to me, this will in no way sway my opinion. My opinions are solely my own and only my opinion. If the item is trash, then it's trash, and I won't recommend it. But if it's a good quality product, then I will recommend it. But I don't see how. I mean, this seems like it could be something useful. So, and their flashlight was pretty well made, so I expect nothing less for this one. So let's get into this. But before we get into this, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell. And if you're feeling this video, why don't you go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you wouldn't mind sharing this video on your social medias or to your friends and family to let everyone else know about the content that I put out. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps the channel out a lot, I should say. Now that I got the politics out the way, let's get into this. This is the front of the box Bang Liberty Band Tactical Solar Radio. That's what it looks like. For Patriots, there goes your barcode, and what I like about this company is that it's made in America, so no China involved here. That's their information in case you need to get in contact with them. Other side of the box, emergency alert functions for thunderstorms, floods, tsunami, tornado, Amber Alert, earthquakes, blah blah blah. Here goes some information on the back. You can pause that and read it for yourself. I'm most likely I'm gonna be going through all this stuff anyway. So top of the box, more branding. More information. The title, I should say. In the bottom, nada. So let's get into this bad boy. User manual. I usually toss this, but I'm gonna keep this over here for reference. Nothing else in the box. Okay, here goes the radio right here. Bang. Here goes the charging cord they provided. Oh, see, already one strike against it. You have a USB to mini USB, not even micro USB. Like, this hasn't been a standard since minimum 10 years. Probably more, probably 15 years. Like, I haven't seen one of these since, damn, what phone did I have at the time? The Droid Bionic from like 2008, maybe 2009. So their tactical flashlight, it was USB-C, so I imagine that's probably a newer product. So I'm not exactly sure how old this product is, but that's also saying something, that if by any chance this is an older product and they're still pushing it, that means it must be good quality product. But we're gonna see. All right, so one strike against it already. I mean, it could at least been a micro USB, but whatever, it is what it is. This is the front of it. There goes all your buttons here. You got your tune up and down buttons. Let me try to focus in on you so you can see. You got your volume up and down button, your mode button, your power button. your alert light there, speaker, your LCD display. You got your little built-in carabiner hook there, flashlight on that side, button for the flashlight on top, solar panel on top. Got your antenna to get reception. Bottom nothing. It's built pretty rugged. Back of it got a hand crank here. Pull this out right now so that way you have power to this bad boy. Over here behind the flap, this side you have a USB and a mini USB jack, so this can provide emergency power to your phone. Like I said with the flashlight review, I wouldn't carry this around thinking that there's like an actual power bank providing charging your whole phone, because in no way do I think this will charge your whole phone. It's just I'm sure this provides enough power for you to turn it on and make an emergency phone call if necessary. On this side you have, looks like a headphone jack and some indicator lights and a little reset hole there. I imagine that's probably the indicator light for this when you're cranking it, or maybe for the solar. I mean, I could be wrong, but when I go into instructions, I'll verify that for you. But that's just like throwing it out there real quick. So let me take the instructions out and kind of just go over everything, just make sure. Okay, so this is the flashlight on off button. Like I said, you know, tune up, tune down, blah 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 blah. Mode button, power, what's that one? This is a power and standby buttons. Okay, so I was right on that. And as far as the back, these are your charging ports. You know, that's pretty much standard. And this is a headphone jack. It is a solar and cranking charging indicator. Okay, I thought it was one or the other, but it turns out it's both. So I imagine when I'm cranking the handle there, that lights will light up, or if it's charging via solar, it'll light up. So right now, I moved the tab. So I mean, okay, I mean, I think it's lighting up. It's dimly lit because it is receiving solar. And another thing I like about the flashlight, there was a blue indicator light in the solar panel that lets you know that it was pulling in a charge. So there's no way to tell this is pulling in a charge until you remove this flap, which you can actually see. You see the green light is lit up because it is pulling in a charge. And obviously if I crank this bad boy, by the way, you have to crank this, from reading instructions a little bit, you got to crank this clockwise and no more than 2 revolutions per second. Let me pull this flat back so you can see. Okay, when I do that, you see it's orange there. Oh, look, we got flaps on both sides. We got colors on both sides there. Hold on. See, it's turning red over there too when I crank it. See, and that's weird. Okay, so we have 2 indicator lights. See, this is annoying. Let me see if I can I pull? I don't want to pull it off. See, okay, they should have made this so that way you can at least take it off and put it back on, because that's just annoying. But just real quick, you can see. And it says here in the instructions to not crank for more than 2 minutes at a time, so that way you don't burn out the crank. So you crank for 2 minutes, let it rest for 2 minutes, and then crank again. Back here, if I can get this open. Okay, get my little nail in here. Okay, you have your lithium battery. So right then and there, I'm looking at this. Let's see how many milliamps this is, if it says it on the battery. It just a generic. Okay, flip it around here. So it's a 3.7 volt battery, 700 milliamps. This battery is 16340 battery, 2.59 watt hour, 700 milliamps, 3.7 volts. So that should tell you right then and there that this is not charging anyone's device. This is enough to get your phone up and working, so that way you can make that emergency call. You can throw some AAA batteries in here. It takes 3 AAA batteries in there. I wouldn't throw any rechargeables. I don't think this is recharging section in here. This is the only recharging section. So if you want to put batteries in here, make sure they're just regular batteries. I'm sorry if this video runs long. I just want to make sure I give you all the proper information, because I'm learning myself. And it has the handle. I like how the handle stores away so it's not just sticking out. That's pretty cool how they thought about that. Let's check out the flashlight. Okay, that's on. That was on high. Oh, it was just on and off. Let me see if I press the button there. Oh, okay. If you just hold the button in, that is loud. Wow. That'll wake you up. Just holding in the button there. Whew. Wow. Let me read up about that real quick so I can tell you exactly what that was. Okay, just skimming the book, I don't see anything in here about holding down the flashlight button there. So I imagine just from doing it, that's some type of alarm, like an emergency alarm or something like that. So, all right, let's go over some of the features. You hold down the mode button for 2 seconds, set the time. You can set it in 12 or 24 hours, aka civilian or military time. You tune up and down. This does, you can listen to AM and FM stations, as well as pick up the emergency broadcast stations. I'm not exactly sure what the frequency is for that. I didn't see anywhere in the, I'm sure there's somewhere in the book about that. Do not leave if you use AAA batteries, don't leave them in there for an extended period of time. So if you're gonna store it for a time, maybe a couple months, take the batteries out, because there's a chance that they may leak. When this discharged well enough, this light on the front is actually pretty bright. Right now, obviously it's not, so I'm gonna make sure I charge it up a little bit, and I'm gonna come back at nighttime just to let you see how bright the light is. Flashlight emergency remote use low. Oh, it's going over the power consumption. Flashlight uses little power. AM/FM radio and weather band uses low consumption. Weather alerts, because it's continuous monitoring, it uses high consumption. Smartphone charging is high consumption. It will when I'm reading here that if you have it plugged into USB and you listen to the radio, it won't work as well. So in order to for it to work well, you should charge it up and unplug it, which I think is stupid. Like that's defeats the purpose. Like, what if I want to listen for a while? So I just got to let the battery run out, hand crank it, and then turn it back on. Listen for it in 2-minute increments. That's just stupid. So that's, like I said, this is my opinion. They could have, maybe, if this is an older product, maybe they need to update that portion right there. And while they're at it, update the the USB cable. So far 2 strikes, which is not really a big deal. I mean, obviously you're not buying this to be listening to tunes all day. You're buying it for the emergency purposes of it, which is kind of for Patriots spiel, radio operation, blah 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 blah. That's that you can figure that out. With the mode button, go between different channels using the radio, blah 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 blah. AMF. Let's set the time real quick. Hold the mode button down for, okay, what am I doing here? Which one am I? Okay, so you tune up and down to set between 12 and 24 hours. I like 24 hours. Hit mode again. Now I hit the time. What time is it? 16:08. Oh no, 16:30. Hit the mode again to switch. Okay, if you hold down, obviously it'll go faster. 16:31, mode, time set, off. What is that? Okay, is that an alarm? I don't know. Is that an alarm? Oh, you can set an alarm. So it was set to off. If I had set it to on, I could set an alarm. I'm not setting an alarm. Okay, let's hit the on button here. So we'll hit the on button. It's on AM 520. So let's tune up. Okay, let's hit mode again. I don't want AM. Let's do PM. I mean FM. Okay, FM. Let's go to a station real quick. Go to a station that I listen to. Okay, if you hold down the button, obviously it goes faster. Oh, it just goes to the next available channel every time you hold it down. Okay.
experiencing symptoms of
Okay, this thing is pretty loud. I mean, but you already knew that because you heard the siren before. I don't want to get any copyright strikes on this video, so I'm going to try not to let it stay on the song too long.
on the Town Square, New Jersey Weather Network. Hand in hand,
Now, I imagine this is probably better just doing it like this, because holding it down, I would think that it should just keep going until you let it go, but it just keeps going to the next station. So I'm just trying to get to the New Jersey station here because I'm over in dirty Jersey. Okay, 101.5. And it's a commercial, obviously. All right, let's hit that mode button again. Now we're on shortwave. I don't know how that works. Okay, so let's do mode again. Now we're on weather and alt. Let's go back to weather band. Damn, I keep going past it. Okay, weather band. I haven't the slightest clue how to even find a channel.
chance of thunderstorms until midnight, then a chance of showers after midnight. Sunday, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Waves 2 feet or less. Sunday night, west winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Waves 2 feet or less. Monday, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Waves 2 feet or less. Monday night, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Waves 2 feet or less. Tuesday, west winds 10 to 15 knots. Waves 2 feet or less.
Okay, turn that off. Yeah. So you also get the emergency alerts. I think at a certain time of day that they send an alert. I'm going to see if I can figure out exactly what time that is and then try to come back in with the radio right before that so that way you can hear it go off if I can figure that out. If not, yeah, I may or may not do it. We'll see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this siren off one more time. And then after doing that, we're going to come back at night and see how bright the flashlight is once I charge it up a little bit. So let me warm my let's see if we can scare my neighbor over there because my neighbor just came out of his on his patio. Yep, that was me. Yeah, it's a weather radio that I just got, and it has some kind of alarm feature on it. It's crazy. It's really loud. Yeah, I just had to chat it up with my neighbor, and I had to tell him about this product a little bit. But yeah, when I come back in, it's going to be night. I'm going to charge this up, and then we're going to see what it do with the night. In the dark, I should say. So catch you on the flip. Oh, real quick, before I come out of the video, I just wanted to let you know real quick. Also, they also, in the box, it also came with this magazine. They have their own magazine / catalog. It's got some pretty cool things in here. Got some good meals that they made, and I imagine it's something similar. The way they package it is similar to like MREs in the military, MREs, or the reconcentrated food that they give astronauts and stuff like that. They make all these different meals, and then they turn it into like little dry food. I'm not exactly sure how they do it or what they do. I'm just going by when I'm, just perusing through the magazine. I'll be honest with you, I didn't really read the magazine. I just kind of flipped a couple pages. But it looks like it's got some things in here, some pretty good things to eat. But the thing that I'm most interested in is the gadgets. And it's got some gadgets up in here that I think you'd like. It's got their own version of a Brita right there. Let's flip the pages, a couple pages. Got some other stuff. You go on their website, 4patriots.com. That's 4, the number 4, Patriots. Okay, here goes the flashlight that I reviewed before. I'll put the link to that either in the description or at the end of the video for that review. They got a solar power bank here. I mean, you can get those all over Amazon, but I imagine theirs is probably better. But just from the quality of this and the flashlight, I mean, I imagine that, you know, they build their stuff to last, whereas a lot of other companies build it to be cheap. They got a huge, big solar power station here. That one's $500. Big boy. All right. So yeah, so they also sent this magazine. It's got a whole. Oh, here goes the thing that we just reviewed here. Let's see. The emergency solar radio. It does a lot, and let's see what the price is. You get 3 for $200. How much is this? How much is this for one? Ooh, that's a grip. I don't know. They're gonna have to come down off of that price a little bit. I mean, it's from what I'm going over it, other than the USB portion of it, and there's a little flap in the back. You know, I mean, I imagine it's a good product, but that's a little steep, guys. You're gonna have to come down on that price or give some kind of coupon or something like that for these people. If you want to put the link down in the description to so these people can buy it. If you want people to actually buy it, you're gonna have to come off of that price. I hope $200 for 3, so that means you're talking around $70 for 2. I mean for 1, I should say, and that's a bit much, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know much about these and what they really cost. I'm just for me playing around with it. This is the other thing that I did a review of, the bug out. I thought the links to that review in the comments or at the end of the video also. All right, yeah, I just wanted to show you the magazine real quick. They got some things in here. I'm sure there's a lot more on the website, I imagine. 4patriots.com. That's 4patriots.com. Check them out. Catch you on the flip. We'll see what this do at night. All right, we back in. We got the 4 Patriots Liberty Band radio. It's plenty dark out here. Let me step a little forward here so you don't get the light from my deck blocking any of the light here. So let's turn the light on and see what we're working with. Okay, this is the light that comes from here, and it's not the brightest light, but I guess, I mean, that's about 80 feet from my deck to the back gate there, and it's barely illuminating any of the stuff that I have in my backyard there. The swing set over there, you can't make that out. This is more of a close distance light. Like up close, it's real good, but then if you need to look far away, I mean, obviously you're not buying it for the flashlight. It's just one of those things that it's an extra feature that's on here that you have. And I'm sorry, I mean I looked up the price online. This is $67 for this. I mean, at least you could do is make the flashlight stronger. I mean there's a couple other things I point out that was wrong with this, that I thought was wrong with it. And I decided to do my due diligence, and I went online and tried to look up some other ones, and I found a comparable one to this one that costs about $35. It looked like it was made of the same material. I mean, I don't have it in my hands, so I don't know how rugged it actually is. I mean, I can feel this, and I feel this is good quality, and I feel it feels rugged. Like if I were to drop it, it wouldn't break. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but it feels that way. I see. I'm up against the fence with this. I feel as if maybe if they came down in price. I mean, $35. And the thing is, the one on Amazon that I found for $35, it looks similar to this. When I went through the pictures and I read people's reviews, it's all high reviews. I'm not going to put the link to that one in here because, the video is about this. But you can easily do an easy search, and you'll clearly see one that looks just like this. I mean, it's not exactly like this, but it's similar. It has solar, it has the hand crank, it has one of them has a micro USB port, and one of them has a USB-C port, whereas this one still has a mini USB port. It has, the shortwave AM, FM weather band. It has the weather alerts. I mean, it has everything that this one has, and it has it has what it says. The one that I saw was there was a 300 lumen flashlight on it, and one had a 500 lumen flashlight, and it had a 5,000 milliamp battery, which this one only has a 700 milliamp battery. So the one that I saw on Amazon definitely could charge your phone. It's definitely a power bank. So it's kind of hard for me. Okay. I would recommend this. I mean, I can recommend it because it's a good radio. It's good quality. It's a good build. If you can spare the $67 it costs for this, no problem. Then it's worth it because it's, like I said, it's good quality. It's a good company behind it. They back it. I imagine if something happens to it, they'll replace it or fix it or whatever. Whereas Amazon, you only got the 30 days. And then you have whatever 90-day warranty that they usually give you on electronics for whatever company. It's rare that a company offers a big warranty. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how big the warranty on it, but they just seem like a reputable company that I think they'll back their products. I mean, I don't know how old this is. Just the fact that is a mini USB port in there. I don't know if the mini USB port was in there. They put it in there because it's an older model and that's how it's been for years, or it was a cost thing to keep costs down. They decided to go with mini USB versus micro or USB-C, which if it's the latter, then it didn't do a good job keeping costs down, because like I said, it's double the price of everything that I saw on Amazon. Like literally everything. I didn't see the closest one similar to this with all the same features as this that I seen on Amazon that came even close to this was $50. And that's still like 25%, like 27% less than this. So I'm gonna reach out to 4 Patriots and see if they can give it, at least like a 10 or 20% off or something on this, because I mean the price on this is kind of tough, for what you get. I mean, like I said, you're getting the company, they stand behind it, you're getting the build quality. I mean, I guess when you look at phone, let's do a phone comparison. You have Apple versus Android. I mean, if you take Apple phone, any iPhone versus any average Android phone, I'm not talking about like a Galaxy phone, but like maybe like a Motorola or HTC or an LG or something like that, then I would say, obviously Apple's going to be the more superior than one of those phones. But then when you take, when you put Apple phone up against a Samsung, now you're looking at similar phones on 2 different operating systems. So I would say that this is like the Apple compared to all the other ones that I saw on Amazon that are like LG and HTC and Motorola and stuff like that. But I think that $50 one was a really nice one, and I think that might be the Samsung version, so I mean, you have $67 for this and $50 for that one. It's kind of hard to recommend this based on the price, but price aside, I can easily recommend this. This is a good radio. It works. It does exactly what it says. It picks up the frequencies right away. No issues. I wish the light could be a little bit brighter. I wish there was a faster charging port on it, like a micro USB or USB-C. I wish the battery was a bigger battery, but those things aside, it works. And when you're getting something like this, the main thing you want it to do is work, because in the event of emergency, when it's go time and you need the information, if you go and crank this bad boy up and it don't work, then it don't even freaking matter. So I guess if it's gonna work, then you get what you pay for, right? So if you're paying the money, it better work. So I just, that's probably the best I can do as far as a recommendation for this. So that's just my fair and honest review. I'm just being straight up and real. And with that being said, this has been the review of the Liberty Band by 4 Patriots Tactical Solar Radio. It's a good radio. You can cop it, if you want to, or you can look elsewhere and probably find something similar. It's up to you, your decision. But I'll put the link to everything down in the description down below. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I'm out this piece. Oh yeah, one last thing. Here's another card that was in the package. I overlooked, I didn't see before. Join the VIP text club. If you text that number, you can be entered to win one of their solar generators that I showed you in the magazine there. The one that was in the magazine that I showed you, I think that one was only $2,000, but they're saying here that the one that they're raffling off is $4,000. So you can either go to that barcode there, or you can type in that text address and go there, and just when you send them a text, it'll automatically register you, and you're entered into for the generator. So if you want to do that, awesome, and good luck. And I'm out this piece.